Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Buentello and I will be presenting Caulerpa Taxifolia. So, a little bit of an overview and history. Caulerpa Taxifolia, often called the killer algae, is a fast growing invasive marine algae originally native to tropical waters. It poses a significant environmental threat in the Mediterranean Sea, where it has established dense mats on the seafloor and smothering native ecosystems. So, some of the sources of threat are as follow: human activity, improper disposal, accidental release, and oceanographic museum in Monaco. The main source of Caulerpa taxifolia spread was human activity. It is believed to have been introduced to the Mediterranean through improper disposal or accidental release from aquariums, especially from the Oceanographic Museum in Monaco in the 1980s. And here I went ahead and added two pictures of the museum. So, some history of the threat. It was first noticed outside its native range in 1984 near Monaco. Its rapid spread is due to its ability to reproduce both sexually and asexually. Its tolerance to cooler waters and its lack of natural predators in the Mediterranean is what allowed it to expand, and quickly as well. By the 1990s, it had colonized over 130 kilometers square of sea floor, affecting Spain, France, Italy, and beyond. So, its current status: although the spread has slowed thanks to eradication efforts in certain areas, Caulerpa taxifolia remains a major threat in the Mediterranean zones. However, it is monitored by marine ecologists and conservation groups. And so now for the impacts. There are immediate impacts on marine ecosystems. It outcompetes native seagrasses like Posidonia oceanica. It reduces biodiversity by eliminating habitats for fish, invertebrates, and other marine organisms. And lastly, it alters food chains and deters herbivores due to its chemical defenses. As for long-term marine ecosystem impacts, their persistent monocultures disrupt the structure and function of benthic ecosystems. Sediment chemistry and oxygen levels change beneath the dense mats. Recolonization by native species become difficult, leading to a permanent ecological shifts. And down below, I went ahead and added this illustration to help visualize the introduction of these invasive species. As we can see, there is lower production, a poor ecosystem service, loss of biodiversity. There's a shift in the water quality, competition for habitat for fish that live there, and even habitat structure changes. As for global ecosystem impacts, there is the disruption of key Mediterranean habitats that can have ripple effects through migratory species and fish stocks. Invasive potential of algae threatens other temperate coastal ecosystems globally. There has been reported cases in California, Australia, and even Japan. Although there are no direct links to impacts on human populations, economic damage to fisheries and tourism due to ecosystem degradation can definitely occur. Costly eradication programs and long-term monitoring place financial burdens on coastal communities and governments. And this picture at the bottom, the red arrow is pointing to Caulerpa taxifolia wrapping around a sea slug that was found. And lastly, climate impact. While not a direct contributor to climate change, Caulerpa taxifolia can affect local carbon cycling by displacing seagrasses that are important to carbon sinks. Mitigation and conservation. For past and current mitigation and conservation efforts, there has been manual removal, where divers go in and suction or pull off the algae themselves, application of tarps and chlorine underwater to kill infestations, and the mapping of infestations during remote sensing and diver reports. As for government agencies involved, there is the Mediterranean Action Plan under the United Nations Environment Program and the Southern California Caulerpa Action Team. This team was made up of federal, state, and local governmental agencies, scientists, consultants, and local stakeholders. To continue with the mitigation and conservation efforts, I tried looking for an organization that was based off the Mediterranean. However, I was not lucky enough to find an organization that had a lot of information to the public. However, I did find the Orange County Coastkeeper, which bans the sale, possession, and transport of all Caulerpa species in California to stop future invasions. It also helps protect native marine life and habitats, especially eelgrass beds that support fish and invertebrates. It aims to prevent costly environmental damage. A past Caulerpa outbreak cost over 7 million to remove. And it also supports early prevention, which is a cheaper and more effective than trying to remove invasive species later on. It also promotes public awareness and responsible aquarium use, reducing the chances of illegal release into the ocean. So here I have listed 5 ways for you to get involved. Number 1 is to avoid releasing aquarium species into the wild, disposing of them responsibly. Number 2, support local and international marine conservation efforts financially or through volunteering. Number 3 is spread awareness about invasive species threats on social media and in schools. Number 4, participate in citizen science initiatives or beach cleanups in coastal areas. And number 5, advocate for stronger international collaboration on marine invasive species management. So here I went ahead and added 2 additional resources to help you learn more about Caulerpa taxifolia. While I was doing this research and project, these 2 videos I found the most helpful, and they definitely go a lot more in depth, but it is easy to digest. So I definitely recommend watching these 2 videos. So, in conclusion, despite the widespread and ecological dominance of Caulerpa taxifolia, the situation is not hopeless. Coordinated research, policy improvements, and eradication techniques have shown localized success. With consistent international collaboration, public awareness, and ongoing scientific innovation, Caulerpa taxifolia can be controlled and possibly even eliminated. And that concludes my presentation on Caulerpa taxifolia. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for your attention.